Hello people, what is going on? I am JX and welcome back to the bonus episode of Let's Play Pokemon VoltWhite version. Last time we found the 7 stages, and today we're going to, well, be going to a few places. Those places mainly being anywhere I can find a legendary that doesn't involve me searching for 5.5 hours. See Regigigas for that 5.5 hours thing. Ones that don't require 5.5 hours of work to find are actually, you know, in native, per se. Pretty much what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going to a few locations and catching legendary Pokemon of Unova. I was planning on catching all of the legendaries, however, it's become an extreme pain. Just finding them and catching them isn't that easy either. So with that, welcome to Mr. Lin Cave. This is kind of a thing. There are technically 3 floors, but I'll just say 2 floors. On both the first and second floor in the cave, you can find Onix, Rhydon, Larvitar, Bayon, Beldum, Gible, Axew, and Dino. Special, you get Jobber and Diglett. I'm just seeing if I can find the TM for Flash right here, because that'll make this a lot easier. I think I probably should have got this beforehand. Flash, there we go. As you can tell, I brought Luxray because she knows Strength, which is also going to be useful, as well as now Flash. Get rid of Double Kick. Not like it was really important anyway. And now with Flash, I'm actually going to be able to see something, you know. Everything. Somewhat. There are legendary Pokemon available on this route. Well, in this cave. On the first floor, in regular cave, there's a 1% chance of catching Uxie. In the second floor, there's a 1% chance still in the, the regular cave, you can find a Mesprit. And if you can't tell, on this third floor, it's possible to catch a Zelf. However, in the guidance chamber, the third floor, as the actual name is, regular cave, there is Onix there's trainers. Shit. There's Onix, Rhyhorn, Larvitar, Bagon, I just read bleh. In third floor, Steelix, Rhydon, Pupitar, Shogun, Matang, Bite, Fracture, as well as special is Excadrill and Dugtrio. So what we actually want is to go down here, push this down. This clearly is going to contain a lot of strength puzzles, so be on the lookout for that. Now, if you're asking yourself, Jacob, why are you here? This place seems to be completely, you know, optional. Why are you here? Doesn't make much logical sense. Well, you don't know much about the Unova region. However, in that same argument, neither do I. In this cave, you can actually find one of the legendary Pokemon here. Actually, in sprite form. As in, not put in just the VoltWhite and Blaze Black hacks. This is Pokemon you can find in white and black. This Pokemon in question I'll get to when we, well, you know, get it. And we got Team Rock Slide. A rock type move you can't tell. And Repel is worn off again. Really don't like, how I have to keep putting Repellers back on. Okay, I'm gonna just put this down here so it's a shortcut. Also, one more thing I would like to bring up. And then we need talking to. Now listen to the old man's story. In distant past, when Pokemon people lived in different worlds, the war between people started in intense fire and forest where many Pokemon lived. The Pokemon were surrounded by smoke and flames, they're in big trouble, and then the legends Cobalion, Terrakion, and Virizion appeared. Terrakion used its amazing strength to destroy rocks, blocking the escape route. Virizion used his quick movements to protect Pokemon from the looming flames, and Cobalion led the frightening Pokemon out of the burning wood. The people who started the war were routed by the power of the legendaries. Because of Cobalion, Terrakia, and Virizion, the war had ended. When people fight, there's no peace for Pokemon either. When 3 legends learned that the deeds of humans could lead to dire consequences on their world, they got themselves off from people and disappeared. No one saw much of them after that, and the 3 faded into myth. I've been searching for them for decades, and I finally figured out that one of them was deep in this cave. The legendary 3 do not trust people. If people approach, they bare their fangs and attack. Can't be helped because they only know the old world. They still don't know the world has become a place where Pokemon and people try to understand and help one another. You seem like you might be able to show them that people and Pokemon can trust each other and live together. If they take another look at people, I think they may stop hiding from us. Yes, as you can tell, Cobalion. Well, as not really blatantly told, but Cobalion does reside here. The reason that we are going for Cobalion first, not just because I like the word Cobalt first, and Cobalt is kind of like the root word Cobalion, is because, well, Cobalion is, as depicted, the leader of the 3 Pokemon, which are actually based off the 3 Musketeers. So what happens is, as soon as you catch this one, the game allows it. Well, pretty much, you can catch the other ones pretty much. And I thought there would be an item in here. Okay, that's annoying. It's probably in that rock. And I'm actually going to put a save state up here. So I apologize if you can see this part. Okay, not that much. Save state mostly because having to do this multiple times is going to be a pain. Nope. Actually, Metagross actually doesn't sound like that bad of an idea for this. Thank you. As I mentioned before, this is Cobalion, the leader of the... I don't know what the proper name for them is, quite honestly. That trio. Yeah, that's a thing. Cobalion, as said about 5.5 times by now, is the leader of said Pokemon, and is why we're here. We want to catch the leader of them first. Now, because I'm fun like that, I'm going to throw a Pokeball right off the bat. I have no hope in a cat being able to catch it. Only reason I didn't do anything is because, well, Cobalion is going to use Sword Dance, a move kind of similar to the fact that Cobalion and Virizion and Terrakion were based on the 3 Musketeers who wielded swords, if you haven't heard that legend. Which, if you honestly haven't, then you probably don't get out very much. But then again, I don't get out very much. But then again, I've heard of it. Sacred Sword, that is a move signature to the entire trio plus Claudio, a Pokemon based on a pony, almost like an apprentice. And... that's not good. Okay, but apparently I forgot that I took, not Sucker Punch. What's it called? False Swipe off of, Absol. It's gonna use False Swipe to bring it down to a reasonable health so I can catch it. However, that's not gonna be happening, clearly. Okay, let us send out Metagross. Hopefully I can get a few Zen Headbutts in, because that will be neutrally effective, I believe. Actually, it could be possibly super effective, because it is a Steel and Fighting type. In fact, the entire... This is why we have safe states, ladies and gentlemen. For giant hits like that. It's also a problem for having high-level Pokemon. Okay. Where was it? False Swipe. I really don't like teaching this to Absol, mainly because it interferes with actual battles, hence why I have to use a heart something to get rid of it. I usually get rid of Sucker Punch because it's the least important, however it does come handy, and I'm going to be reteaching it to Absol once we do, well, next episode. So, I'm actually going to resave state. I'm going to try it again. And this time, I'm going to put Absol first. Let's try this again. I must say that is one damn good cry. As mentioned previous is Cobalion. I don't even know why I'm saying this for the third time now. Also, a mechanic they put into Gen 5 because TMs are infinitely reusable is that, well, pretty much... I don't like the way that looked. That's not be good. The reason that they have it starts at 5 is because TMs are infinite reusable, and if people if that potentially have not been put in, a Pokemon could have used a TM for one of its moves, say False and whenever False Swipe would be what's it called? It ran out of PP. Instead of having to backtrack and go to a PC or use an Ether Elixir or Max Ether Elixir, they can just use the TM again and get it all back. However, Nintendo and Game Freak were smart in regard that they don't want that to happen. And as you can tell, Cobalion has the ability Justified, which increases its attack power anytime it's hit by a Dark-type move. Because this is Absol, it's the only move I got a stab on. And Absol is actually going to be dead now. In retrospective, False Swipe would not have been very useful considering the fact that, as you just witnessed, Cobalion is, well, as I mentioned, Cobalion is Steel and Fighting, means it's quad resistant to normal, I think. So we're going to start throwing Pokeballs at it. There isn't really much to say left on Cobalion. Said everything that needs to be said. It's the leader of the Musketeer Trio, as I'm going to be calling them until they have a proper name. You have to catch this one in order to catch the other two, which you'll also be getting later this episode. And that is quite honestly it. Yeah, so I'll just see you guys back when I actually catch it. Oh, Silkaros. Really hoping for that one. Uno, dos, tres. Damn it! 1, 2, 3. Yep. Okay, that didn't take as long as I thought it would. So yeah, Cobalion. You have the Iron Whale Pokemon. It has a body and heart of steel. Its glare is sufficient to make even an unruly Pokemon obey it. So he clearly has some sort of embodiment of leadership or something, or courage or something. So, yeah. So, go to box 1. And now the old man is coming back, because we caught Cobalion in a Pokeball. Because we're badass. Seems that thanks to you, Cobalion has since changed the world. It is a world where Pokemon and people help and live each other, and because of bleh and bleh. I'm sorry that I don't like Pokemon lore. So now, yep, we now have permission from the game itself to put a Super Repel on. No, but we actually have permission from the game to go and find both Terrakion and Virizion. The order of how I just said is how we're actually going to go get them. So let's go do that. Oh god, it's dark. Why don't I have Dig? Well, as you can see, we are back here on Victory Road. And this is the umpteenth time I've recorded this because I can't remember where the fuck it is. Remember kids, Super Repel is your best friend in this game. Pretty much any Repel. Okay. This is where it is. After looking at it for about 5 or 6 times. to the left here, you will notice, well, this. Not exactly sure if you would actually be able to see this room. Well, you wouldn't be able to see it if you haven't got Cabal, and maybe the hole wouldn't be open. But as you can tell, here is the trial chamber. Now, there is one thing I'd like to bring up before we go against Terrakion, is that in this chamber specifically, it is possible to catch a heat ran. 1% of it happening, and I'm going to save state once again before we fight him. And your cry's underwhelming. This is Terrakion, the second of the 3 Musketeer Pokemon. Pretty much what he is kind of like the Brute, specializing in, I believe, physical attack. Oh, it's a critical! Now you realize why save states are so goddamn good. Okay. This time, hopefully without the critical hit part. As mentioned before, this is Terrakion. He is the Brute of the Musketeers, per se, specializing in physical attack. Luckily, Absol's kind of in the same boat. Whether or not also will bring it down to 1 HP is completely up to chance. Okay, that is good by my standards. Terrakion is well, as mentioned before, the second of the 3 Musketeer Pokemon. And he is... sorry. He is a dual rock fighting type. Now, yeah, I kind of have a bit of a history with rock types, if you've noticed with this series. I have a tendency to forget their entire existence. Not because... Well, it's not really the same reason I would have if I were to forget Bug, because I have a strong hatred for Bug Pokemon. Could be the fact that I hate bugs in real life. I don't know what the real reason is. I just don't like bug types. And that's the reason I would forget them. However, rock types, I just forget about because... Let me finish my statement, please. The reason I forget about rock types is because they don't happen to be any good Pokemon that I firmly remember. In fact, I kind of I don't really remember any rock legendaries, i.e. this and Regirock. I actually completely forgot the existence of the Regis at one point. Hebrew Lantern actually corrected me with that mistake. The reason I even brought that entire thing up is so I can stall for time while I catch Terrakion, which I thought would take much longer. But I didn't even need to cut there. Well, sure, I'd have to cut when I have the little thing for save states over my screen, but that doesn't really count. So, next up, we will be going to all the way back here to Pinwheel Forest. Oh, I remember this place. Way back in episode somewhere between 5 and 6, so I'll see you then. Well, as we're back here in extremely dark Pinwheel Forest, we're going to hope to get your god that guy doesn't fight me. Or her. As with her, I'm going to quickly transition over here. Put on another Super Repel because I really don't like... you know... random encounters. And we're actually going to be transferring over to here. This is where the rumination? Wow, I thought there'd be something then. What's it called? Yeah, rumination. I have no idea if I'm butchering that wording, nor do I really care. Quickly and bring mana dowsing. Really? There's nothing. Oh. Normally you would have someone blocking this pathway. An old man, I believe, actually. I don't know why he would That was absolutely pointless. Congratulations, Jacob. You're wasting more of your time. Congratulations. As I said about right before I interrupted myself, this place was actually... This pathway, I believe, is blocked off by... an old man. I don't know what he would say because I didn't really care enough to look. Really should have bought more super repels now that I think about it. That is a sunstone, Jacob. Not a super repel. They act for two different purposes. Okay, hopefully we can get to Rumination Field. There we go. We're going to be finding the last of the trio. Yeah. Safe state. So, let us begin the fight. Now, quite honestly, with that intro animation thing, this is the only one of the trio that it makes sense for being green. I honestly would have thought that Cobalion, his would have been silver, and then Terrakion, his would have been, what is it? Rock color, like, around kind of like what the color of superpower is, the box around it. Yeah, this is Virizion, the quicker of the trio, and is also the one that I constantly refer to as a female. This is not because I'm sexist. Not completely because I'm partially sexist. The only ways I'm sexist is just in completely ways that no one really gives a shit dwelling into in the first place. The reason that I consider this one to be more like a girl because the game gives it a more, I don't know if I should describe it as what they use for what's it called? Grass type Pokemon a lot, more like a calmer tone, but this one specifically, I get more like a female vibe from it. And then with Cobalion and Terrakion, I get more of a more male theme from their appearance as well as their cry. Terrakion is more like a grunt, and then I don't know how to explain Cobalion. Virizion is a dual grass and fighting. All three members of the Musketeer trio are fighting type Pokemon. Virizion, I believe, well, pretty much I would assume its strongest attribute would be speed. I'm not 100% sure on that. Probably that magical text that appears on my screen every now and then will probably explain this to you, like what it actually is. But it doesn't really matter. Because there's nothing really to talk about, I'm gonna just say a few things regards to what the rest of this regards to a few things. There is technically one more Pokemon that can be gotten after the one we're gonna be doing after this. That Pokemon is actually Victini. However, in order to get Victini, you have to go through and get an event, get a thing, and all that stuff. The game itself, well, this hack gives you directions on how to do it. However, because the fact that I'm on a Mac, most EXEs don't work. Only reason some EXEs do work is because I can get Wine to run them. And by just a few applications, I mean Pokegen. And Pokegen is pretty fucking awesome. If I were to be on Windows, I would be able to show off Victini. And show off all the events that would go forward with that. Another Pokemon that I completely forgot about until now, and that also would have been possibly included, would be, I think it's is it Thundurus? Or is it Tornadus in this one? One's VoltWhite, one's Blaze Black. It's wandering around Unova. I kind of triggered a cutscene with it when I first recorded the first batch of legendary Pokemon captures, which are now, all of which for that is in my trash bin. Reason being because it's just way too much work, and I have so little patience for that. You can catch it by, well, triggering its roaming properties. If you don't know where roaming is in Pokemon, you can probably just look it up on Bulbapedia. Roaming, well, how to trigger the roaming feature in, Thunderous or Tornadus, depending on which, Blaze Black or VoltWhite you're using. How do I explain it? Oh, that was complete gibberish. How you triggered is on Route 7, I think? There'll be a thunderstorm, as explained by the weather person, after we left, Opposite City. There's a storm on, the route, I think it's 7. It probably is 7. Can't be sure. You pretty much just walk by a house and an old lady will bring you in, tell you the tale of Tornadus or Thunderous, and as soon as you walk out of the door, you will, you know, you will go face to face with the overworld sprite of Tornadus or Thunderous. The third member of that trio, the Kami trio, I probably will be catching it catching it like I did with Virizion, Cobalion, Drakion, and then with one more Pokemon, which I am not going to spoil if you can't put Unova legendaries together and stuff like that. Yeah. I may be getting Landorus. He is located at Abundant Shrine, I believe. And yes, I realize I'm referring to genderless legendary Pokemon as males, and Virizion as female. Sorry, it's habit. I don't even know what to say at this point. Anything left? This kind of rambling would happen provided I didn't catch tracking in a matter of 5 minutes. So, I will just see you back when I catch Virizion. Virizion, why are you so hard to catch? I say that, and then the next time I go to catch it, it captures. Are you shitting me? Okay, Virizion, its head sprouts horn as sharp as blades, using whirlwind-like movement to confound and swiftly cuts opponents. Oh, I will probably see you at Abundant Shrine. That's a thing.
20 minutes later.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is why strength is useful, so you don't have to make very long detours that take way longer than they should. However, the detour I took was mostly my fault. Hello, people. Welcome back to, welcome back to this episode. I had about a 20-minute detour, because I tried finding a Landorus. However, I believe getting Landorus requires having Tornadus and Thunderous with you. Neither of which I want to catch. What the? Okay, Okay. Holy crap. I just had a mini heart attack. What the shit? There's supposed to be a 1% chance of catching this thing. Why is it here? I don't get it. Why is it here? Holy mother. Why am I trying to catch this thing? If you don't know, Dialga is the mascot of Pokemon Diamond. Pokemon Diamond being the first Pokemon game I fully owned. I don't get it. When I'm legitimately trying to find a legendary Pokemon, I find absolutely nothing. When I'm just wandering completely free and I don't have a Super Repel on, I catch a Pokemon. One that I really like because it's nostalgia value and all that sort of shit. Damn you, Let's Play curse. After I had abandoned it, resulted in this not taking 3.5 hours. You know, 3.5 longer than it already is. Which is going to take, not really 3.5 hours, but just a very long time, and it's going to require a lot of editing. Which takes really, really long for this series. It's one of the things I'm really looking forward to when I'm done this series, when I'm done the LP, is that I don't have to have 3-hour really editing sessions. Because these videos really do take a long time. To, well, the reason they just take a while is, I don't even know how to explain it, really. I swear, if this is a Palkia. Okay, it's just a Glalie. Okay, I'm clearly going to calm myself to recover from the mini heart attack I just had. You would have made it so much better, like, having a heart attack wise. The Dialga being shiny. Welcome to the interior plains of Giant Chasm. in the regular grass, we got Clefairy, Jigglypuff, Skitty, Sneasel, Matang, Vanilla, Golbat, Porygon, Double Grass, we got Piloswine, Abominable Snow, Buffalon, Snowrock, Luna Jones, Skiploom, Matang, Ditto. Special, we got Atino, Clefable, Wigglytuff, Piloswine, or Metagross, and we can also find in the Double Grass Giratina, and we can also find the opposing mascot of the game you're playing. If you're playing VoltWhite, you'll be finding a Reshiram here, and if you're playing Blaze Black, you'll find a Zekrom. Okay, Jacob, calm the fuck down. Usually, if I was recording this, that would not take me off guard. It would be, no, if I was just getting them normally, it would have not taken me off guard. I would have been very happy, actually. The fact that it popped out of fucking nowhere, the first Pokemon I ever encountered here, or within this area, is a legendary Pokemon, one that has a bit of a nostalgic kind of value to me, because I love Gen 4, if I haven't brought that up 300 times. Okay, we just gotta get over to there, on that side of... Damn it. Okay, this is clearly a maze. Okay, that alone just made the entire LP. This is the episode that's going into my favorite... Rare candies. That's more than one rare candy. Thank you, Jacob, you're able to count. Let's go back to... How many rare candies did they give me? 50 rare candies! Holy shit, they gave me 50 rare candies! This hack is officially amazing! Oh, amazing, awesome, outstanding. Insert every voice clip from that guy from Sonic Colors. Is what? This game is giving me heart attacks. Fuck Slender or any scary game. This is the game that gives me heart attacks. I love how that's actually a thing. Those effects wore off. I don't care. Are you shitting me? Ah. Dear ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Still suffering from that heart attack. This is Kiram. He is the ice. He's the third member of the Unova Dragon Trio. The other members being the mascots of White and Black, Reshiram and Zekrom. Kiram actually appears in Pokemon White 2 and Black 2 in separate forms, not included in the original Black, White 2 and VoltWhite and Blaze Black, where he's spliced with the legendary with Reshiram and Zekrom. In this game, he just has his regular form. He is a dragon, and once more, this time with less critical hits. Thank you, Absol. I don't even want to explain all that again. I just want to stop recording, please. Why do you do this to yourself, Jacob? It's good. It's I don't know how to explain that. I don't think I ever will be able to recreate that ever again. Okay, I mentioned earlier that this would be going on like my favorite moments from LPs. If you don't know what that is, it's a playlist I have on I have playlists I have as well as an actual folder that I basically keep video files of pretty much my favorite part from every LP. I have one from DKC2 here in there. Sad they don't have one from Super Mario 64 because I didn't, looking back on it, it was not a very good LP. This episode's definitely making it the fact that I just had 2 heart attacks in the same episode. So we're gonna be chucking Pokeballs at them again. Okay, shit's over. This is Kiram. He's Ice Dragon. He does have a signature move. If this wasn't Blaze Black or VoltWhite, that move would have been Glaciate. It is essentially Icy Wind, but slightly more powerful. Well, actually, pretty much is Icy Wind. However, in this hack, well, in the original, it had power of 60 and accuracy of some other level, maybe might be actually been 90. Yeah, accuracy of 90 and power of 60, which isn't very good for the fact that it's a signature move of a legendary Pokemon. Drano saw this and fixed this in the hack, making Glaciate 100 power and 100 accuracy. Also made it capable for Rotom learning it. So it's not really a signature move. Technically, it's exclusive to Kiram, and then Rotom's Frost Form with a Move Tutor, and that's kind of how that works. I was really hoping for you to catch to be Combat Ball, perfectly honest, because, then I could just edit this and recover from the heart attack. You know, I was gonna name this video Bonus 5 Univin Legendaries, but now it's gonna be called Bonus 5 I have a heart attack, or just heart attack. And yep, that is Endeavor. It is probably my least favorite moves. When it's being used on me, I really don't like it. If I'm using it, it's kind of good. Pretty much what it does, at least in my knowledge, it's pretty much if you do all the damage that's done to that Pokemon will be done back at done on the target. A good way of doing it, what I saw, is having a pretty much very weak Pokemon that doesn't have any defense or offense, and this is a strategy I saw on some sort of thing. I don't remember what it was. The guy had like a level 1 Rattata with a Focus Sash, which prevents it from being knocked out in one hit. Level 1 having shitty defense and all that stuff. and it had the move Endeavor on it. And since it has very low speed, it obviously would not be attacking first. Pretty sure it would be struck down to all but 1 HP left, and then it would have pretty much all the damage that would be done on it, which normally wouldn't kill Pokemon, be done back on it. But because the fact that Pokemon was several levels higher and had much better attack and could counteract the defense or whatever, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Okay, here's what's it. Endeavor is good if you know how to use it correctly. If you don't, oh how? If it's being done on you, you are in for one hell of a ride. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna do what I did with Briz and Cabal and just see you guys back when I catch Kira. So see you guys then. Please catch. Nope, of course not. Asshole. It's using Struggle. Oh great, I gotta do that all over again. Fuck. This is Kira. This is the boundary Pokemon. As it can produce ultra cold air and its body is frozen. Yeah, I honestly have nothing to say for this thing. And so, a day later, I already have Super Pelt still on. That's cool. Son of a bitch. One day later, and it's all done. So, that'll do it for today's episode. As always, thank you all so very much for watching. Next time, we're going back to the Elite Four, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jake Jacob. Peace.